Hey sweets, and welcome back to my channel. Now today I am dressed as a circus clown, so that can only mean one thing. It is time for season 6. All jokes aside, I had a couple of you say that you liked my detox inspired look from the last episode, so for future episodes I'm going to do my look based on queens from every season. So obviously today I am dressed as Bianca Del Rio. I just want to start off by saying that I'm sorry that this episode is late. I want to upload every Monday and Friday, and of course it's past Monday now, but I actually haven't been home long enough to make a video since the last one aired, so the next one will be out on Friday. This one's just a little bit later than usual, so sorry for making you wait. Thank you for sticking around. So I just want to thank you all again for subscribing to my channel. Recently I've had so many more people come and join us on this channel and who are enjoying my content, and it's really lovely to see you all. It's really lovely to meet you all and chat to you in the comments. It's been so much fun making these videos, and I can't wait to make even more for you. Anyway, back to the matter in hand. We are now on season 6. Undoubtedly the greatest season of Drag Race there is. The cast is legendary. The lip syncs, the challenges, everything that came from season 6 is remembered today, and every individual queen that was on this season has gone so far with their careers. And I've been so excited to review this one, but then when I came to reviewing it, I didn't realise how hard it would be, because these lip syncs in this season are so good. It's so hard to choose. And I mean, I feel like this is going to be a controversial one. I feel like a lot of you in the comments will be like, you've put this one before this one, and I've tried to explain the best I could, but obviously if you don't agree with me, please let me know. Now without any further ado, let's get into the video. In 12th place, we have episode 1, RuPaul's Big Opening, part 1, which is Kelly Mantle versus Vivacious to Express Yourself by Madonna. So it's clear that Vivacious is no stranger to the stage, as she uses every part of it and makes the absolute most of the space around her. And I guess Kelly focuses more on her face, but she doesn't really do all that much. I mean, all around the lip sync is fine, there's nothing spectacular, but neither queen's mess up either. And the best part for me in this one is where Vivacious goes to the back of the stage and then does that iconic New York Club Kid walk that she does on the runway. In 11th place, we have episode 2, RuPaul's Big Opening, part 2, which is Darian Lake versus Magnolia Crawford to Turn the Beat Around by Vicky Sue Robinson. Now, Darian eats up the stage, and this type of song is clearly the genre that she performs regularly. You know, she's really confident in the beat and the lyrics, and her performance is just that strong that the camera focuses mostly on her throughout. But on the other hand, Magnolia, after having a spat with the judges during the critiques, completely switches her attitude and then tries to deliver comedy, which it works, but it's not incredibly gut-burstingly funny. And I guess her fate was probably already decided before the lip sync even started. But the best part of this for me is the first chorus of the song, where Darian really gets into the music and just has a really good time with the song. In 10th place, we have episode 5, The Snatch Game, which is Gia Gunn versus Laganja Estranja to Head to Toe by Lisa Lisa and Cult Jam. So Laganja demonstrates straight away, wasting no time telling us that she's a dancer, with her death drops and dips and splits and toe touches on every single beat, and Gia serves up some face, but doesn't really do much else until she walks to the back of the stage and then takes about, 40 years to get her dress off and do her reveal. You know, rumour has it that Gia is still taking that dress off to this day. And because Gia takes so long to take her outfit off, we don't get to see much of what Laganja does until the end of the song. However, what we do see of Laganja is really, really good, and it proves that she is a very talented performer. And the best part of this one for me is Laganja's impressive jump split near the end of the song. In 9th place, we have episode 3, Scream Queens, which is April Carrion versus Vivacious to Shake It Up by Selena Gomez. April looks a lot like a young Selena Gomez, very pop princess, and it fits perfectly with the song. And Vivacious really does try hard, but it's kind of evident that this kind of song isn't the type of song she performs regularly.
I mean, it's a strong lip sync from both the queens, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing in it that has you, like, shook. And it kind of falls into unmemorable category, but overall the performance isn't bad. I mean, the best part of this lip sync is when April, like, takes off her jacket thing and swings it around in the chorus of the song like a young pop star would. In 8th place, we have episode 11, Glitter Ball, which is Ben de la Creme versus Darian Lake to Stronger, What Doesn't Kill You by Kelly Clarkson. This lip sync isn't so low because it's a bad lip sync, because it is a really good performance from both the queens. It's more so storyline reasons. Both Darian and Dayla were very strong contenders for top 4, and they had a lot of tension in the workroom, and this is the second time they had lip synced against each other. You know, Darian thought of Dayla as big-headed and cocky, and Dayla didn't understand why. And this was a very controversial elimination, and it still is, because many of the fans thought that Dayla was deserving of top 4 based on her track record and how she did in this episode as a whole, which I can understand. You know, looking at Darian's dress, I don't understand how she won the lip sync in that dress, but also I understand why Darian won that lip sync. And the best part for me is when the first chorus kicks in and Darian jumps and punches the air, showing that she really is fighting for that top 4 spot. And I think that's why they kept Darian over Dayla, because in this final battle, Darian just fought a little bit harder. In 7th place, we have episode 7, Glamazon by Colour Revolution, which is Ben de la Creme versus Darian Lake to point of... Wait, is anyone else having deja vu? Or deja vu? I'm so sorry, I'm never going to make a joke ever again. It's a point of no return by Expose. Now, this was the double chantay of the season, which is understandable as both queens who landed in the bottom absolutely had so much more to show in the season. It was far too soon for either of them to go home yet. And Dayla steps away from her, like, airhead shtick and delivers some, like, sexy sass, which is very new for Dayla. And Ru responds really well to both queens' performances, and it is truly justifiable for them both to stay. And the best part is the instrumental break where Darian pretends to collect tips from an imaginary audience. That is genius. I've never seen anyone do anything like that before, but that is absolute comedy gold. Unlike my sense of humour. In 6th place, we have episode 10, Drag My Wedding, which is Adore Delano versus Jocelyn Fox to Think by Aretha Franklin. Both queens really have the right attitude for this song. It doesn't seem to be the kind of song either queen would normally perform, Adore especially, but they both really rise to the challenge. Both queens take us to church and lip sync for the gods, and we get to see more of Adore than we do Jocelyn, but every time we do see Jocelyn, she is really fighting to stay. I do like this lip sync. I feel like it's unusually low on the list. But then I had a look at the lip syncs coming up and remembered how goddamn talented the queens are in this season. And the best part for me is the climax of the first chorus where Jocelyn takes us to church and Adore does that weird jump from her knees to her feet, and the judges also look like they're having a really good time as well. In 5th place, we have episode 12, Sissy That Walk, which is Adore Delano versus Bianca Del Rio versus Courtney Act versus Darian Lake to Sissy That Walk by RuPaul. In this lip sync, we get to see the characteristics of each of the top 4 queens and how different they are. We get to see what each of them would represent if they were to carry on the legacy for Ru. So Bianca really channels RuPaul in a RuPaul song, which obviously works very well. Courtney delivers sex and flirtiness, but also has a lot of fun. Adore demonstrates the new wave of drag that is very grunge and alternative that appeals to new, younger queens. And Darian takes a slightly comedic approach, but is also sassy and is also a very good representation for the big girls in the community. And the best part for me is the chorus where Adore, Courtney and Bianca strut across the stage all at the same time. You know how I am with queens doing things at the same time. I absolutely love it, and this is an example of that. In 4th place, we have episode 6, Oh No She Better Don't, which is Milk versus Trinity K. Bonet to What a Man by Salt and Pepper with En Vogue. So Trinity murders this lip sync, really channeling Salt and Pepper and really feeling the words and the beat and the genre, and it feels really natural watching Trinity perform in this song, almost as if it is her song. And Milk does what Milk does best. Being Milk. I love Milk, don't get me wrong, but jumping and pulling weird faces is very her, but not very this song. I mean, props to her for learning all of those words, though. I mean, it is a lot to remember. I mean, props to both the queens, but the best part for me is when Trinity flips her hair and proves to the judges that she is a fierce-ass performer. In third place, we have episode 9, Drag Queens of Talk, which is Adore Delano versus Trinity K. Bonet to Vibology by Paula Abdul. Now, Trinity K. Bonet is undoubtedly the lip-sync assassin of season 6, and possibly the lip-sync assassin of all time. She is so talented. Like, she is born to perform. Extra, read all about it. Lip-sync assassin Trinity K. Bonet meets her match in epic smackdown battle against Adore Delano. No, seriously, both queens have fantastic chemistry with each other during this song and deliver the vibe of the song really well. Adore is very high energy and Trinity is very dancerly, and this lip sync is very hard to call. Obviously, it was Trinity's third time in the bottom, which means it would take Adore to mess up terribly for her to stay, which is... it sucks. Thanks, Ru. But I really enjoy this lip sync, as Adore and Trinity were two of my favourite queens on season 6, and this lip sync is proof of how talented they both are. And the best part is when the two queens are laid on the floor together and perform the song like it's a duet, and they really feel each other's vibes. In second place, we have episode 4, Shade, the Rusical, which is April Carrion versus Trinity K. Bonet to I'm Every Woman by Chaka Khan. Do I even need to explain why this lip sync is so good? I mean, Trinity wasn't showing the judges what they needed to see from her in the competition, and it took for her to be placed in the bottom to really prove why she deserves to stay. And no one was really expecting this from Trinity. She was kind of reserved in all the challenges and in the workrooms, but as soon as that music started, she was channeling Chaka Khan and hitting every beat with emotion and talent. And April kept up really well too, fighting so hard to show that she is deserving of a second chance. April was entirely set up to fail in this episode. Seriously, go back and watch it. And I would have loved for this lip sync to have been the double chantay. The best part is literally the entire lip sync. Okay, if you're going to make me pick, it's the really high belted note where Trinity practically screams and feels the passion of the song deep in her soul.
Now, as always, I'm just going to take this moment to say a quick thank you for watching my videos. If you're feeling nice, leave a subscribe if you enjoy my content to let me know that you want to see more. I also have plenty of other ideas planned, and if you want to see me do anything, let me know in the comments. I'll be there reading them. Leave a little like if you're feeling nice. Also, as always, there's a fly in my light. Also, as always, the links to my social media are in the description. My Instagram and my Twitter are down there if you want to go and give me a follow for updates on when I will be uploading. I do it fairly regularly. And even if you just want to come and hang out and say hi, I'm on my phone most of the time, so I'll see your comments, I'll see your tweets, whatever. But yeah, if you fancy giving me a follow, go right ahead. So let's move on to the number 1 spot. Can you guess what it is?
In first place, we have episode 8, Drag Queens of Comedy, which is Jocelyn Fox versus Laganja Estranja to Stupid Girls by Pink. Speaking of lip-sync performances no one was expecting, here comes Miss Jocelyn, blowing everything we thought we knew about her out of the window. She ate this lip-sync up. And I remember when I first watched this, knowing that Laganja is a dancer, I assumed Jocelyn would stand no chance. Everyone really underestimated her up until this point, and she didn't only tell us that she's here to fight, she threw it in our faces. And Laganja is full of tricks and stunts that are really impressive, like a jump split and back bends, and Jocelyn is so sexy and has so much attitude in this song. Oh, I love it. And the best part is undoubtedly when, without looking at each other, the two queens land in a split at the exact same time, and it gives me chills every time I watch it. I love this lip sync, and that's why it is my favourite of season 6.
So that is it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have enjoyed making it. And I just want to say before you go, I have a very special video planned for the next one. Season 7 is gonna be good, so you want to watch out for that. So make sure you don't miss it by leaving a little subscribe and ring the bell so you don't forget. And I will see you in the next one. Take good care of yourselves, make sure you drink plenty of water, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. I need to get my thing, I dropped it midway through.